Finally. Man. Technology, am I right? Sunday already. Let's go! What's up, Jorge? How's your weekend? Anything exciting happen? What's up, assembled brick? What's up, fly guy? How are you doing, my man? Sorry, there was some connection issue. I think I'm back online. I'm not happy with my internet right now. I'm thinking to either change carriers or just upgrade, just because of all the bandwidth that's necessary for all the things I'm uploading now. It's nuts. What's up, Dat Boy? He is back. I'm not stringing. I do have 3 rackets to string, but I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm just. I did a lot of video editing today. So the reason why I was a little bit late on this live stream was because I think I told you guys last time I went on live was I'm doing something different with the match play content. I decided to buy some assets that I could use legally, obviously, buy some assets that I could use to make it higher quality, to make it a lot more cinematic, but yet not interfere with a match play. This next one, I'm still debating on what time to release it at. It's not going to be tonight, just because that's not the best way for me to present stuff. But the next match play, I'm debating what time to release it at. So it's one of those things I'm just kind of thinking in the back of my head while I'm hanging out with you guys. So it's just like, when is the best time? YouTube Analytics says about 3 different time frames when is the best to do it. So I'll probably reconsider what, not Google Analytics, YouTube Analytics, but it's the same thing really, of what they have to say on that. Assemble Brick, I would say try the Solinko Confidential. Try that. I still haven't really decided on what string would be like my main go-to string for tournament play, mainly because DatBoy05, there's no tournaments to play. I just have match plays, you know, that's you know, a 1-day thing, 2 sets, maybe a super tiebreak. And you know, that's not really worth cutting out all the playtest strings that I have just for one match. So yeah, I know I've been slacking a little bit, but yeah, it's still up in the air. And who knows, there might be a string that I'm going to be reviewing that I absolutely fall in love with. So that's also that's also a possibility. Awesome, Rainer. That's one thing I never really grew up with, because I'm the first athlete in my family, and my mom and my dad, although I love them to death, they're very hardworking. They are not athletes like at all. So it's one of those things where if I take a look at, you know, for example, the match play with Ridley, where the trailer is out for that one, he had an older brother growing up, Jaden, who also played tennis at a very, very high level. They're extremely high quality players. And I'm just like envious that they have a hitting partner in their own house that's comparable. So I'm wondering how different I would be if, 1, I had a sibling, because I am an only child if you guys can't tell, or 2, if I had a sibling or many siblings that also played the same sport as me. So it's always kind of like, you know, what if, but obviously I can't change things unless I somehow found a time machine. But I'm glad that, you know, you're playing, you know, with your parents. You know, it's healthy for your whole family. I mean, social distancing probably really doesn't matter because, you know, your family, you're probably in the same household. So, you know, that's good. I'm assuming you played indoors, right? Rainier tennis? Outdoor? In the Pacific Northwest? Really? Man. Yeah, it was like 28 degrees today in Wisconsin, so I'm very, very lucky. James Liu, I have not settled on a string of choice quite yet. Not yet. Video feed. Man, I gotta call my service provider. This is bad stuff. Sorry about that delay, guys. Ian, what internet service provider do you have? Because I'm starting to get ticked off with what I'm having right now. It keeps on cutting in and out, and it's really frustrating. Is that what you guys use at Essential Tennis? Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm gonna look it up right now. No, I don't use that much Wi-Fi. It's actually a direct connection from my streaming, my tower PC, which is what I'm using right now, obviously, straight into my router, which is connected to my modem. See you, Ian. Thank you. So see you right here. Check availability. Oh, I'm not going to put in my address in front of you guys. So see you, Dat Boy. All right, guys. I am sorry about frustrating you with my internet connection. It's not quite. I'm so angry. What's up, Cats Mike? What's up, Adi? How are you doing? Didn't we work on that earlier today, Adi? Yeah, I'm hoping it's fixed too. Again, I apologize for that. I'm actually like researching like what internet I could possibly buy to upgrade it. Man, these internet service provider websites are just garbage. Absolute garbage. It's hard to navigate. Good, it says excellent connection. Oh, now it says no data. Isn't that interesting? A lot of it, especially with a one-handed backhand, Adi, is it's upper body strength, which I know, you're working on. Obviously, getting some upper body mass is gonna take some time. So yeah, it's tough. We could work on that next time if it's like a kind of like a hard, flatter first type of serve coming in straight to your backhand wing on your return. Okay, I'm hoping, guys, that I could watch like a part of the first part of the match against Ridley, assuming this excellent connection keeps it up, so I can give you guys a preview. One-handed backhands, best out there. My favorite pro player? Let's see. Okay. Excellent connection still. My favorite pro player... I think it still would be Roger Federer. Nick Kyrgios is up there because he's super entertaining. One thing that amazes me about Nick Kyrgios is not only does he hit the crap out of the ball, but for being 6'4", which is taller for an ATP player, he not only does he move very well, he's extremely quick, but he also has really good hands, really good finesse, really good volleys, extremely underrated. So it's just amazing that someone that's 6'4" has like all the tools except for maybe mental capabilities. So I'm hoping that Nick can, win a Grand Slam on... He has no chance on clay. Not even just because, Rafa, but Nick Kyrgios' game style and his grind, his kind of like big hitter mentality, he's never going to win a clay court title at the ATP level, I believe. Let me double check if he has actually won an ATP title on clay. But I think he'll win Wimbledon one day, and then he might be lucky... but still possible to win a hard court. I think he would win the Australian Open and not the US Open because this is home soil. I don't think a male Aussie has ever won the singles Grand Slam title for the Australian Open, at least not for a very long time. That's one thing that Leighton Hewitt was kind of chasing after. Unfortunately, Leighton Hewitt, when he got to the finals of the Australian Open, he lost to Marat Safin, who's the greatest male Asian tennis player in singles in the Open era. Yeah, Shapovalov, be careful though, because Shapovalov is going to get you right in the eye. You're not a Nick Kyrgios fan? It's perfectly fine. I mean, obviously his less than professional attitude is not exactly the best. So it's yeah, you have every right to hate him. What's up, Joseph Bautista? You are right in the front row. This is like one of my favorite... Like, I feel so sorry for the umpire when this happened. But this is one of my favorite things in arguably the history of like any sport. This and David Nalbandian. This is bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. You're an idiot. Oh my god. Like, yeah, people have launched tennis balls into the stands before at like every level of tennis. But there is this 1%, like a 1% of a 1% chance of that happening. Why would you even launch it anywhere near an umpire or someone that you know is sitting there? I mean, don't get me wrong. He's young. I'm sure he's turned things around. Oh, he still can't rap. So let's clarify that. But why would you do that? Oh, he was emotional because of unforced error. Yeah, as an athlete, as a professional athlete, you need to have your emotions in check. Otherwise, stuff like this is going to happen. Oh, absolutely. It's just like... Joseph Bautista, so am I. I'm sure... A lot of people are going to be looking forward to the commentary of the match play with me and Ian tomorrow, watching our two friends play tennis, just as much as this umpire is looking forward to the very next ice pack he's going to grab, because his eye is about to swell up, dude. In all honesty, you know what? I think, and obviously it depends on what country this is, but isn't that battery? Like, you could legit like be in jail for that. I know it's an accident, but still, like, it's one of those things that. What's the difference between this and aggravated assault minus the actual intent? I don't get it. Because this is like a punch to the face. Yeah, he knew he's done. Sorry, Team Canada. Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kingston match Great Britain.
Yeah, he knew it's over.
6-3, 6-4, 2-1 default.
I'm never gonna forget that. Yeah, dude, that Taco Bell. Oh, it was either Taco Bell or KFC that you guys voted for that Ian was gonna bring. I just didn't know what it was, but yeah, that was a good one. I enjoyed it. I actually ate that. I took that Taco Bell home because I didn't eat all of it at this, there. So I took the Taco Bell home. It was a good midnight snack. I'm not gonna spoil it. You have to watch. Carlos Alcaraz, huh? Oh, this is the guy that was like legitimately lauded as the next Rafa Nadal. Oh my god, he was born in 2003. Dude, I was 13 at the time. Oh, he beat Albert Ramos Vinolas in 3 sets at a clay court tournament, huh? Man, this kid's got guts. His only losses in finals for futures and challengers have been in 3 sets. Huh. Huh. That's a Kazakhstan flag. Never realized that. Let's see this guy. Let's scout this kid. Oh, but he's a righty? How can he be Nadal? You're a righty. Doesn't work like that. This kid looks like he's not even like fully grown yet. I mean, he's probably gonna grow another inch or two before he's done like actually growing. What's up, Karen? Taco Bell, Culver's, KFC, Popeyes. Is that 5? Taco Bell, Culver's, KFC, Popeyes, Rocky Rococo's, which is like a local, it's a Wisconsin pizza chain. I want to see this kid hit. There we go. I don't think he's going to be the next. I mean, he's talented, but game style wise, not just because he's a righty, even if you take that rightiness aside, I don't think he hits like Nadal. I can't play some of these videos because I might get copyright claim against me. I wouldn't call him the next Nadal, to be honest. Don't get me wrong. He's very good, very young, very talented. In order to be at this level, I'm sure he's mature, especially for his age. But I don't think he's the next Nadal. For someone that's lauded as the next Nadal, he doesn't hit with, and again, this is in comparison to Rafa at his age. This kid doesn't have, I mean, he's got the defensive skills, don't get me wrong. Very good defensive skills. But his neutral ball on his forehand specifically, like this, okay, well, it doesn't have that heavy spin, heavy height that pushes them back. I mean, he can improve on it, don't get me wrong, but from now, I don't think he's the next Nadal. He will win a lot of titles, right? A lot of ATP titles. He will. But I don't think he's gonna. And again, I'm more than happy to be proven wrong. I don't think he'll win a Grand Slam. I don't think he'll win a Grand Slam. Is that PBC? Is that Pablo Carreño Busta? Chile tennis? Or chill tennis? Why would you, Barath, why would you ever string a racket at 61 pounds if it's a closed string pattern like that, man? I don't think that's good. Yeah, Barath, if you ask for 55 and it's at 61, you should ask for a refund and never go to that tennis shop again because that's really messed up. PJM 21, what's up? Your bedroom punk. Do you want to know my honest opinion on that? Do you want to know my honest opinion of why the USA, let's say, specifically say men's tennis, is so far behind in the world? Yeah, I would say he hits more like Pablo Carreño Busta. Maybe not like Federer because he's not as graceful as Federer. His technique isn't nearly as smooth. Not just because he has a two-hander. But I would say Pablo Carreño Busta. Pablo, which is weird because, you know, obviously he's Spanish. But if you look at his result in his game style, actually, he's kind of a hard court specialist. So he's had really deep runs in, I believe, the Australian Open when he had that meltdown against Nishikori, which was a rough situation to be in, but had that really deep run into the semifinals. And lost to Kevin Anderson in let's see. either 4 sets or 5 sets. Klay Thompson, he's a very entertaining tennis player, and I know it's not the best NBA player. He hits the ball well, but he's not consistent enough. I've seen him play. He was number 2 at UCLA or number 3, one of those. I don't use lead tape, Javi, on my racket, but I know some people do. I actually am thinking about adding lead tape just because I am getting stronger physically, both in my legs and my upper body, thanks to PJM 21, because, PJM 21 knows how to lift. Let's put it that way. I'll make a video on that, or at least I'll put it in the backlog in the back of my head. So the reason why USA men's tennis specifically, that's the one I'll comment on. You could apply a little bit to this to the women's as well, but the reason why I believe it's lagging behind the rest of the world, even though we are the richest country and most advanced country that the world has ever seen, is because the USTA sucks. The USTA, I personally believe, and again, I'm putting a disclaimer here, right? This is my personal opinion only. The USTA, I believe, has not allocated their resources properly to not only boost the sport, the spirit of the sport at grassroots level in your public tennis courts in the US, and they have absolutely ruined high-level tennis at the professional level for men's and possibly women's as well. Again, I'm commenting on men's at this. Again, this is my personal opinion, so take for what is worth. But if you have such amazingly, almost seemingly infinite resources like money, time, facilities, such as a USTA, and you can produce good tennis in the course of good men's tennis that are consistently in the top 10, top 5, consistently. I mean, John Isner is obviously one of the ones that could kind of break that mold. Andy Roddick was the last one. I mean, you messed up, right? You messed up as a company. You absolutely messed up as a company if you can't take those resources and produce results. And by results, I mean either grassroots tennis, and if you take a look at the USTA membership fee and also how much it costs to enter a tournament that isn't even first match losers consolation. So you could literally pay a membership fee for the year for USTA, pay the entry fee. So I think the membership is like what, 20, 30 bucks a year, which isn't too bad. But the entry fee for a USTA singles event, it's like $50 to $150, and you're not even guaranteed 2 matches. How BS is that? Why would you ever do that unless you had no other choice? And that's where the UTR is going to be coming in. I'm hoping UTR, which isn't perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better in my opinion. And they're a technology company owned by Oracle. So they know their tech. It's not good tech. I don't like their technology stack. This is me as a programmer. But it's working. And it's, in my opinion, much more accurate ratings than the USTA's NTRP, which is as archaic as John McEnroe. It is so old. It's so bad. They need to change. But guess what? The USA didn't want to change because they had no competition until now. So where the UTR comes in. I don't know who Sebastian Korda is, but Taylor Fritz, Riley Opelka, they will be in the top 32 in the world, in my opinion. But I don't think they'll ever win a Grand Slam. Ever. Vig, that's a very good question, and here's a simple answer. Sex sells. Simple as that. Bharat Aryappa, I can't comment on that because I don't know the statistics And obviously, you know, it's going to be a little bit into politics, which is perfectly fine. I'm not going to alienate half my user base. But I don't know what the definition is of middle class America. So that's a tough one. That will require a lot more research. If you want, I could do something like what Cult Tennis does and do kind of like an in-depth review of why the USTA has failed. That would be actually, would that be a cool video? If I did like a Cult Tennis kind of style of like a documentary format of why the USTA has failed as a company. Would that be pretty cool? How many views do you think I would get if I did that for like a 10-minute video on why the USTA fails? Yeah, it would require a lot of research, but that's like research that I'd be willing to do, and I already kind of do it anyway because I'm always curious about these things. Like, you know, I'd have to dig up data, and you know that's not a problem. I'm a software developer. I research stuff all day. You really think software developers like code all? No, half the times it's meetings. 25% of the times it's looking at memes. The other 25% of the time, we're literally researching on the best way to do stuff. It's very little coding actually. I don't know who the Cult Tennis guy is, so you know I'd love to collab with him. Cause what, he has 30K subscribers and only 15 videos. Man, that's a lot of exposure. But also his stuff, the videos I did watch, such as the, let's see,
Picture this. You're an up-and-coming tennis star who just qualified for his first Grand Slam. A lot is at stake here, and you walk on a center
it's a shame because like
thousands of cheering
honestly,
fans. Crazy. You're speechless and nervous, but ready.
I actually haven't watched this. I know it says I have, but I actually haven't watched this. This was a good one. It's very good, and he did his research, and I completely agree. This is a good one too. Yannick Sinner.
Before you even hit one ball, though, you hear the booming megaphone voice announce to the crowd your greatest.
And this one.
As your opponent walks out.
This was my favorite one because growing up, again, I'm almost 31 now. Donald Young was actually the guy, and this is a complete stab, complete shade thrown at USTA. Donald Young was the guy that was supposed to win multiple Grand Slams. The USTA lauded Donald Young in the Tennis Magazine, which I believe is run by the USTA, which is unfortunate. They said that he has the potential to win every single Grand Slam at least once, which is kind of a bold claim. But if you're going to make that claim and he has nothing to show for it,
Okay, getting back to your predicament.
I mean, yeah, I have the right to be angry at you.
Even the greatest chain is only as strong as its weakest link. What makes the greatest player ever tick? What have we seen that makes Roger Federer beatable? Let's take a closer look. The beauty of Roger Federer's
The US Open,
that he's
tennis the most
having
prestigious.
the most complete game on tour.
That's a
Every
good one.
stroke in his arsenal
Good
is
on you,
finely
Stefan.
tuned and deadly when playing good. The beauty of watching this guy pop up on your YouTube browse page is that you just cannot stop yourself from clicking in to watch at least a few points, because he truly looks so majestic and graceful while mercilessly beating his opponents to a pulp. But you're not here for why he's
Oh yeah, long story short,
You're here to see how he beat
both the
machine,
USTA
the super
and his
human.
parents,
To do so,
Donald Young's
let's take a
parents,
trip down
ruined
memory
Donald
lane
Young's
all
career.
the way back to
That is,
2007.
and Donald Young too, because after a certain point, you know, you're an adult, you got to make your own decisions. Say, hey, these guys are not good for my tennis career long
As
term.
he won the Australian Open without dropping a single set and won the following tournament, Dubai Open, in similar dominating fashion. On the heels of an astounding 41-match win streak, he was unstoppable. Until he wasn't. In Rogers' opening match at Indian Wells in Palm Springs, California, he was stunned in straight sets by this guy. This is Guillermo Cañas, a 60th ranked Argentine who had only just recently come back into tennis after serving a 15-month doping ban. He actually had lost during the qualifying rounds of the tournament, but was granted a lucky loser spot in the draw due to a last-minute withdrawal of someone else. Was his win against Roger a fluke? Well, to answer that simply enough, let's move only 2 weeks forward to the very next tournament, where Federer would once again face Cañas, this time in the 4th round of Miami. And again, Guillermo Cañas beat Roger Federer. Okay, what is happening? To preface, let's bring up the first of what I consider Federer's main weaknesses are. Opponents who play what I call...
I finally finished editing it, Arthur L. It's pretty cool. I love it. You guys want to watch part of it right now?
Baseline, but also defend their own baseline with their lives. In both of Cañas' wins against Federer, there was a common theme. Cañas was extremely fast, stayed at the baseline.
I can give you guys like a short preview. I don't mind doing that at all. You guys want to see it?
Watch Federer enough, and you'll notice a commonality: the 1-2 punch. His world-class serve and forehand are commonly used to punish short balls and are followed up with volleys to finish points. Cañas recognized this and did everything in his power to counterpunch everything thrown at him, using his speed to return every ball and staying at the base.
Oh, the music wasn't playing. I apologize for that. Okay. It just finished rendering. Okay, so I'll only play probably only about 2 minutes of it, just to make you guys not just ruin the entire thing. And I do have to get going relatively soon. But the thing that you guys are gonna realize is how much more like professional, like cinematic stuff there is. And I hope you guys definitely enjoy it. So I definitely hope you appreciate me taking. I think I spent like $100 on some tools to be able to not only edit faster, more efficiently, but also to have better production value. And obviously, the production value I kind of aspire to is essential tennis. That is definitely the thing I'm aspiring to. And it's hard because I'm a one-man shop and I only do this part-time. But I've already learned a lot along the way. All right. Enjoy. Yes, I use a leather grip. Yonex leather grip. And after that, I realized I have some typos, so I gotta re-render it after I fix those typos. Yeah, high school state champion. Yep, 2019. Yeah. All right, guys. I think I will be releasing the video, the first part of the video, after I fix some of those typos that I literally just saw while showing you guys. So, you know, I'm glad I did it. I'll be releasing the video probably in, let's see. I'm trying to see what my schedule is like tomorrow. Huh. Is 8 p.m. Central Time okay for you guys? Or is that too late? As a premiere? It's about, I think it's about 15 minutes. Let me know what you guys think, because you're the ones that are hanging out with me on live stream on a Sunday night, you know, which is not even my regular time. So do you guys prefer? I mean, is Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time okay with you guys? That's what I'm trying to ask. No, it's I'm working out. Like I'm doing a playtest with Brian for the Onyx Polytour Fire or whatever it is that I'm playtesting right now, and then yeah. Okay. All right. I'll fix that, re-render it, and then shove it out to you guys 8 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. So Rainier Tennis, you've got nothing better to do on a Sunday night. Bro, where's your fam? Where's your fam? On a Sunday night? That was a funny one from Curios. A Sunday night? I can't even do accents, so. All right, Vig. You'll see it tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry about the connection issues earlier. So stay safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the premiere, unless you're sleeping like Vig. And as always,